The story begins in a creepy, dimly lit antique shop. A nervous man named PT walks in, holding a strange monkey toy that plays a drum. His clothes are stained with blood, but when the shopkeeper asks about it, PT insists, "It's not mine." He claims he just wants to return the monkey, but the shopkeeper points to a sign that clearly reads, "No returns on children's toys." But PT is convinced. This isn't a normal toy, he demonstrates. As he activates the monkey, an eerie silence fills the room, and then, out of nowhere, the toy springs to life, banging its drum violently. Both men are terrified. Just as the monkey stops, a rat scurries by and bites a wire. In the next moment, a gun goes off, accidentally triggered, and the shopkeeper is shot dead on the spot. Freaked out and desperate, PT grabs a flamethrower and tries to destroy the toy with everything he's got. Cut to the next scene. We meet twin brothers, Bill and Hal. Their relationship is rocky. Hal is the younger twin by just 3 minutes, but Bill never lets him forget it. He constantly bullies and mocks Hal. They live with their single mom, Lois. Their father left them years ago without explanation. One day, while rummaging through some old belongings, the boys discover a uniform with the initials PT, revealing that PT was actually their father. Inside the same box, they also find that creepy monkey toy. There's a mysterious note inside. Turn the key and see what happens. Without thinking, Bill turns the key. The monkey slowly lifts its drumsticks and grins, but it doesn't play. Not yet. Later that day, Lois sends the boys out for dinner with their nanny. She's going on a date. But just as they get in the car, Hal notices something chilling. The monkey is already sitting in the back seat. At the restaurant, the chef begins cooking at their table. The kids are enjoying it, until the monkey suddenly appears in the front seat of the car. Then, the drumming begins. As the monkey plays, chaos follows. Inside the restaurant, the chef makes a sudden, violent motion with his knife and accidentally kills the nanny. She's decapitated in front of everyone. Her funeral follows, and a heartbroken Hal reflects. That moment created a deeper rift between him and Bill. Trying to lift their spirits, their mom tells them, "That's life. Bad things happen, and we all die someday." She takes them home, plays some music, and the three of them dance. Hal says, oddly enough, despite everything, that night was one of the happiest days of his life. But the horror isn't over. Days later, Hal is in class when he opens his bag, and the monkey is inside. The other kids laugh at him. During gym, Bill orders some bullies to pelt Hal with bananas, humiliating him. Furious, Hal storms home, only to find the monkey sitting on his bed. In a burst of anger, Hal blames the toy for all his pain. He screams that he hates Bill and prays for his death. Then, with trembling hands, he turns the monkey's key. At the same moment, Bill walks into the house. The monkey starts drumming, louder than ever. In the kitchen, their mom is baking, but suddenly, blood pours from her eyes. She collapses and dies instantly. At her funeral, a broken Hal recalls the doctor's words. She had a rare condition, a boomerang aneurysm, happens to 1 in 44 million. But Hal knows better. It wasn't a disease. It was the monkey, and once it starts, it doesn't stop. After losing their mother, the boys are taken in by their Aunt Ida and Uncle Chip, who try their best to give them a normal life. But Hal knows deep down, nothing is normal anymore. That night, Hal makes a decision. He has to destroy the cursed monkey. In desperation, he bites into the toy. To his horror, blood starts oozing out, but he doesn't stop. Fueled by fear and rage, he keeps biting until the monkey is torn into pieces. The next day, Uncle Chip and Aunt Ida move the boys to a new house far away. Everything seems calm until night falls. Bill sees something through the window. Curious, he checks outside and is horrified. The monkey is back. He immediately accuses Hal of bringing it, but Hal swears he didn't. "I destroyed it," he yells. "This thing, it killed our nanny. It killed Mom." That's when Bill starts wondering, what if the monkey only kills the one who turns the key? What if their mom turned it? Despite Hal's warnings, Bill winds the key anyway. The result is tragic. Uncle Chip, who was out camping in the woods, dies a gruesome death. Horses trample him in his sleep. Now the brothers are convinced. The monkey is the source of all this horror. But since it can't be killed, they decide to trap it. They beat it down, seal it in a box, and dump it into a long-abandoned well, praying it's gone for good. But evil always finds a way back. 25 years later, Aunt Ida, now old, wakes up to strange noises in her home. Grabbing a gun, she searches the house. Nothing seems wrong, until the stairs collapse beneath her. Metal hooks tear into her face. Wincing in pain, she pulls them out and disinfects the wounds with alcohol. Then, suddenly, gas fills the air. As she approaches the stove, it ignites, setting her head ablaze. Screaming, she stumbles out of the house, only to crash into a "for sale" sign. Elsewhere, Hal is now grown up, working at a supermarket. He pleads with his boss to let him leave early, just for 1 week, the only time he gets to see his son, PT. His boss jokes about Hal's ex being the worst, but Hal admits it was his decision to step back. Later, Hal picks up PT and comes face to face with his ex-wife and her smug new boyfriend. They coldly accuse him of being absent. The boyfriend even announces his plan to adopt PT legally, cutting Hal out for good. Hal snaps. He refuses, and a heated argument breaks out, only ending when PT shows up. Meanwhile, a young boy named Ricky is browsing a garage sale when he finds an odd monkey toy. The moment he touches it, he feels a strange connection. It reminds him of his father. He later tells his mom, "This toy, it feels like Dad." We learn Ricky has been searching for his missing father for years. Back at a motel, Hal and PT try to bond, but the distance between them is clear. PT works on a school project about family trees and asks Hal about his relatives. Hal lies, claiming he's an only child. When PT asks about his mother, Hal gets uncomfortable and dodges the question. Then, out of nowhere, Hal gets a phone call from Bill. They haven't spoken in years. Bill tells him Aunt Ida is dead and warns him, "You need to check the house. Make sure the monkey isn't back." But Hal doesn't want to leave PT. He's waited so long for this time together. Just then, he notices a woman near the pool, and above her, a broken compressor is hanging loose. Before he can react, it falls into the water, electrocuting her on the spot. That's when Hal knows the monkey is back. He rushes to wake PT. "We need to leave now," he says. On the way, he lies, telling PT that Aunt Ida died and he needs to handle her affairs. The next morning, they arrive at Aunt Ida's house. A real estate agent greets them. "Your brother said you'd be coming," she says cheerfully. PT looks shocked. "Brother?" His dad told him he had no siblings. As they step into the house, the agent adds, "Ever since Aunt Ida died, things in this town have gotten darker. The nightmare isn't over. The monkey is still out there. And now, it wants more." Every day, people are dying in the most bizarre and tragic ways, and this story shows just how unique and horrifying those deaths can be. At Aunt Ida's house, the real estate agent opens a jammed cabinet. Hal suddenly senses danger. Before he can react, the cabinet door springs open, and a shotgun hidden inside fires on its own. The agent is killed instantly. Soon, the police arrive. A stern female officer questions Hal, making it clear he's not free to leave town. "Don't go anywhere," she warns. This investigation isn't over. Shaken and desperate, Hal searches the entire house for the cursed monkey, but there's no sign of it. Running out of options, he checks the city's phone directory and stumbles upon something strange, a listing for Mrs. Monkey. He calls the number and hears a familiar voice on the voicemail. It's Bill. Bill's message says he doesn't need help anymore. "If you're calling about the ad, forget it. I already found my favorite monkey toy." That's when it hits Hal. His own brother Bill orchestrated everything. He lured him here. He brought the monkey back. The story flashes back 25 years. Bill had discovered the heartbreaking truth. Their mother died because Hal turned the monkey's key. And when Hal dumped the monkey into the old well, Bill secretly went back to retrieve it, hoping to one day use it for revenge. But when Bill reached the well, the toy was gone. Only the key remained. Even then, he waited patiently, believing the monkey would return. Years later, an adult Bill opens a fortune cookie. Inside, the message reads, "Turn the key and see what happens." It was like a sign. After that, he started seeing the monkey everywhere. Haunted and obsessed, Bill placed an ad in the newspaper, hoping to get it back. Back in the present, Bill finally winds the monkey's key again, this time hoping it'll kill Hal. But things go wrong. The monkey targets the wrong man. Bill's boss ends up choking to death on a cigar. At that moment, Ricky, the curious boy from earlier, shows up at Bill's house. Nervously, he says he's seen someone who looks just like Bill and wants to return the $15 he was paid. Ricky wants the monkey back. He says the toy reminds him of his missing father, but Bill snaps. He yells at Ricky, tells him to leave, and slams the door in his face. Furious and hurt, Ricky returns home, changes out of his clothes, and puts on a fake police uniform. Then, grabbing a gun, he sets out to get the monkey back, no matter what. Meanwhile, Hal and PT arrive at a motel. Hal calls Bill in anger, demanding answers. Bill admits he has the monkey, but wants something in return. He insists Hal bring PT to him. Bill has a theory. The person who turns the key doesn't die. He wants PT to turn it, thinking it might protect him. He threatens Hal, saying that unless PT comes to him, he'll keep turning the key over and over, until Hal is dead, even if dozens of people die in the process. With the situation spiraling out of control, Hal decides to send PT back to his mother for safety. but this only causes more pain. PT lashes out. "You don't care about me," he shouts. Hal tries to explain his life is a mess and he doesn't want to drag his son into it, but PT doesn't understand. Suddenly, there's a loud knock at the door. They open it to find Ricky, now dressed as a police officer, holding them at gunpoint. He demands they come with him. He takes them straight to Bill's house, where he forces PT to go inside and bring out the monkey. "Do it, or I shoot," he threatens. Before PT enters, Bill warns him, "No matter what happens, don't turn the key." PT sneaks in through the back entrance, where the house is rigged with deadly traps, but he moves with sharp instincts, avoiding them all. Outside, Hal confronts Ricky and finally gets the truth. Ricky isn't a real cop. Just then, both of them spot something terrifying, a giant beehive and buzzing aggressively. A chill runs down their spines. PT finally meets his Uncle Bill, who's creepily talking to the monkey toy like it's alive. Bill pretends it's broken and begs PT to turn the key, claiming it was his favorite childhood toy. Despite remembering his father's warning, PT gives in to the pressure and turns the key. The monkey instantly comes to life, banging its drum in a terrifying frenzy. Outside, chaos unfolds. A beehive falls, and Ricky accidentally shoots at it. The bees swarm him, crawling into his mouth, killing him in agony. Hearing Hal's voice, Bill realizes his plan has failed. Furious, he grabs the monkey, forcing it to play again to kill Hal. But the cursed toy turns on Bill, throwing him across the room. Hal enters and reunites with PT. They watch in horror as the monkey goes wild, drumming faster and louder. Suddenly, the curse spreads across the city. Accidents explode everywhere. Bodies fall, destruction reigns, then the roof collapses. Bill, pinned under debris, finally breaks down. He confesses. He blamed Hal for their mother's death and wanted revenge. Hal, emotional, reminds him they both lost her, and they should have leaned on each other. For a moment, it seems they've healed. Hal invites Bill on a road trip. Bill accepts with a smile, but just as hope returns, boom! The monkey beats the drum one last time, triggering a hidden trap. A bowling ball slams into Bill's head, killing him instantly. The next morning, Hal and PT hit the road. As they drive out of the ruined city, they pass scenes of devastation, burnt wreckage, broken lives, a world cursed by the monkey. Determined to end the cycle, they take the monkey with them, swearing never to turn the key again. In the distance, an old man rides a horse, his back covered in ash. A bus full of ski lifts crashes violently, and the screen fades to black. If you like this story, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more twisted movie recaps. Thanks for watching.